The Tortoise and the Hare. In a beautiful green forest, many animals lived happily together. Among them was a very fast hare named Hare and a slow but patient tortoise named Toby. Hare the hare was very proud of his speed. Every day he would run across the forest paths, jumping over rocks and bushes. While running, he would laugh at the other animals. One day he saw Toby the tortoise slowly walking on the forest road. Hare laughed loudly and said, "Hey Toby, why do you walk so slowly? At this speed, you will reach tomorrow." The animals around them also started laughing. But Toby stayed calm. He looked at the hare and said gently, "Hare, speed is not everything. Sometimes patience and determination are more important." The hare burst into laughter. "You think you can teach me about winning? I am the fastest animal in the forest." Then Toby said, "Let's have a race and see who reaches the big banyan tree first." All the animals were surprised. A tortoise challenging a hare? It sounded impossible. But the hare accepted immediately. "Of course. This will be the easiest race of my life." Soon, all the forest animals gathered to watch the race. The wise old owl stood in the middle and said, "Ready? Set, go." The hare shot forward like an arrow. Within seconds he was far ahead of the tortoise. The tortoise began walking slowly but steadily. Step by step, he continued moving forward without stopping. Meanwhile, the hare looked back and saw the tortoise far behind. He laughed and said, "This is too easy. I have plenty of time." Seeing a cool shady tree nearby, the hare decided to rest for a while. "I will take a small nap. Even if the tortoise walks for hours, he can never beat me," he said confidently. Soon the hare fell into a deep sleep. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued his slow journey. He did not stop, he did not look back. Step by step, he moved closer to the finish line. After some time, he quietly passed the sleeping hare. The animals watching the race whispered in surprise, but the tortoise kept going. Finally, he reached the banyan tree and crossed the finish line. All the animals cheered loudly. After some time, the hare woke up. He stretched and looked toward the finish line. Suddenly he realized the tortoise was nowhere behind him. He ran as fast as he could toward the banyan tree. But it was too late. The tortoise had already won the race. The hare felt ashamed of his pride and laziness. He walked to the tortoise and said, "Toby, I am sorry. I was too proud and careless." The tortoise smiled kindly and replied, "Remember, slow and steady wins the race." From that day on, the hare learned an important lesson and never made fun of others again. Moral of the story: slow and steady wins the race. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the MiniStories channel to hear more good stories like this.